War. War never changes. Wherever there is light, there will always be shadows. As long as there is a concept of victors, the vanquished will also exist, which is exactly like alchemy. Alchemy, the science of understanding, deconstructing, and reconstructing matter. However, it is not an all-powerful art. It is impossible to create something out of nothing. If one wishes to obtain something, something of equal value must be given. This is the law of equivalent exchange, the basis of all alchemy. I'm just fucking with you. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I guess that's what happens when you watch too much anime. You know I wasn't planning on being here. It should have been Morgan Freeman, but I guess he's busy narrating someone else or something. I don't know, honestly. I told I was going to get some money to do this, so you're stuck with me for a while, with a few other people, I guess. Anyways, let's start the damn intro and talk about some superheroes. Yeah, so in today's video, we're going to talk about some of the best superhero squads that ever existed. Nope, but close. Nope, but getting warmer. Still, we'll talk about one of them later. It's important. Nope, they're not even in the same damn universe. They don't even have a proper barber for fighting, let alone some swagger. Nope. Okay, enough bullshitting. I'm about to break the fourth wall and say we. Yes, we. That means you too, viewer, already know the answer. Much better. So let's see who's the first person to be roasted. I mean, to talk about.
Yes, sir, I am back at it like a bad habit, and I am turned back from the store with the milk.
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
Alright folks, gather around. It's time to chat about one and only Mr. Billionaire, the CEO of Stark Industries, and the man who's made more gadgets than a kid on his shopping spree at a toy store, Tony Stark. Now, depending on who you ask, some people describe Mr. Stark as
soft, overrated, pretty boy, a bitch.
But you might know him better as Iron Man. You know, the man who has so many suits that building them is like his favorite hobby or something. I personally like the Hulkbuster. However, the suit was designed to humble the Hulk, but it's still considered to be overrated and overused.
It's an evil world we live in.
Like, ain't no fucking way it doesn't end up not only being overwhelmed by the Hulk himself, but it doesn't end up being a game-changing weapon.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
It's just tragic to see the Hulkbuster get disrespected like this.
Tragic.
But that doesn't give Tony the excuse to be disrespectful towards his superhero colleagues.
Oh, I'm starting to want you to make me.
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that off. What are
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Go get a job! J.O.B.
Then again, if you can't handle the heat, then get out the kitchen. Anyway, but me being immature, I would celebrate Thanos' death like... Alright, now we go on to the next person.
What now? Oh, right. We have an intermission. Well, our second guest can take over. Now, I'm going back to Dreamland, when I was collecting the Dragon Balls with Nami and Nico Robin. See you later.
Well, guess who's back for another video? That's right, the guy from the Valentine's Day video you should watch after this has returned to talk about Marvel superheroes, because with great power comes great responsibility. And my responsibility is to talk about the amazing, the spectacular, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am serious, Mr. Jameson. Spidey here is the same person who isn't afraid to roast you while kicking some ass.
Later. Do it. Chalk up one for the good guys.
But after watching the trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day, it is just completely different. The whole movie is literally an anime training arc disguised as character development just for our web-slinger friend.
But what does that have to do with it?
No. He's got a point.
This isn't a Marvel movie. This is a shonen reboot disguised as therapy. Think about it. Peter Parker is in his I trained alone in the mountains for 4 years arc, except the mountains are just New York skyscrapers, and probably thinking,
What the fuck, y'all? God damn!
it's literally going to be both absolute despair and absolute cinema at the same time. This ends this intermission, and let's move on to our next hero. See you real soon.
Now, before I give the big guy his flowers, I have to roast him for a minute. And yes, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to take.
Fuck wrong with him?
Now, if you see the Hulk
Fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear.
you might as well
Help the bear!
Plus, I wouldn't be surprised if his breath smelled like Strick's outhouse on a hot summer day. But I'm gonna stop talking shit right now, because just pissing him off is the worst thing anyone can do. Just in case you forgot or you don't know, but the angrier the Hulk gets, the stronger he gets. So if I piss him off anymore, my ass is gonna be like... And trust me, the damage wouldn't be great. Loki, on the other hand, just got off lucky in my opinion.
I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by
Help! Help! Help me! Help!
You got knocked the fuck out!
puny god.
Just seeing the Hulk beating the shit out of Loki was like going to McDonald's, because I was loving it. Besides, with the Hulk, it's either you pull up or shut up. Just when he got his ass beaten by Thanos within the first 15 minutes in Infinity War. Now we move on to our next Avenger.
So we have here Hawkeye, whose archery skills are both accurate and precise. So, should I let him off the hook from the roast session?
Fuck no!
Hawkeye's the only Avenger who could lose a fight to a Nerf gun. Bro's out here fighting gods with arrows like he's in the Hunger Games Endgame edition. Man's basically the intern who never got promoted, just vibes and quivers. His superpower is hitting targets nobody cares about. Sorry, I haven't had my pot of black coffee with no sugar and no cream in a while, so I've been dealing with some sleep disturbances lately. So to make this up, I'll do the next two Avengers. Here comes the walking patriotism poster boy himself, the one and only Captain America. If If I have to make a bet with anyone that his ego goes a little up after he hears someone saying, "God bless America," thinking they're talking about him, I would say,
Tell him to bring me my money.
but just like my money, his shield isn't something that you should be messing with either. You know, the same shield that is made out of an iron alloy combined with vibranium and proto-adamantium. We might as well give him the nickname Star-Spangled Avenger, since his opponents will be seeing stars after encountering Captain America. Did anyone get the reference I just made?
I do. I understood that reference.
Of course you did, Steve. Of course you did. Since Captain America's shield is also strong enough to combat magic and mystical weapons, such as Thor's hammer Mjolnir, this leads to a guy whose whole personality is lightning and abs. I mean, the god of thunder and lightning himself, the son of Odin and protector of Asgard, Thor. Don't let that hammer fool you. Thor's the only god who treats his hammer like a lost AirTag. I mean, what's the worst that could happen to that hammer? No one can destroy it, right?
I didn't think so.
I beg your pardon?
Nani?
Oh, hell no!
Bro talks like Shakespeare, but fights like a frat boy with thunder privileges. Like, imagine getting your ass kicked, and the next thing you know, he says something like, "It came from your Shakespeare literature class."
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me, though.
Anyways, on to our last and final Avenger. And trust me, we saved the best for last.
I have some disappointing news, but Black Widow is not the best Marvel waifu in my opinion.
What did he say? Someone call 911!
Now, did I say Marvel and waifu in the same sentence? To that I say,
You bet your sweet bippy I did.
don't get me wrong, I am a man of culture and I see division. Trust me, I do. But just like the anime fan I am going to activate my let me preach card into attack position. In my humble opinion, I think Psylocke is the best waifu in Marvel.
I can't co-sign that, big brother, but I ain't mad at you for what you do.
First of all, Black Widow has guns. Psylocke has a psychic katana. One shoots a bullet, the other cuts through your soul and your excuses, and no, you don't need to call Zach Bagans, so pick your poison. Second of all, she's the only character who can make a thirst edit look like a spiritual awakening. Keep in mind, I am not simping. I'm conducting research for scientific reasons. But now this causes me to play my spell card called Riz Mode to fully activate. Now, the first time I saw Psylocke, my heart said, my brain said,
She's so fine, she done pissing me off. How are you that fine?
but stay with me now, because I ain't tripping when I say if my calculations are correct, Psylocke's thighs look like they were seasoned by Colonel Sanders and the gods themselves.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
Psylocke is dangerous, unpredictable, and probably evil on Tuesdays. Why Tuesdays? I don't know. But hear me out. I can fix her. Look, Black Widow is cool, but Psylocke is the reason why my FBI agent thinks I have issues.
Lock his ass up.
Hope you enjoyed today's video. This was like the very first Marvel video that I do, and I really do hope it turns out really well. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for everything. If you enjoy this channel, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more superhero roasts. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.